Welcome back to the 49 Willys pickup project. On the last video, we made a lot of progress. We got our wiper motor in, we got the windshield and the back window in, and we got the doors back together. On this episode, by the time we're done, this is going to look like a complete truck. We're putting the doors on, the fenders on, and the hood on, and we got a couple other little odds and ends to do. So right now we're looking at what's left of the sheet metal that hasn't been put on the truck yet. So we've got our hood, our fenders, and our doors ready to go. All right, here's another miscellaneous job that we have to do, and we'll probably do this before we do any other work. You notice that both the brake and clutch pedal are missing. That's because they were really loose. They had a lot of side-to-side motion. And I think over time they just hadn't been lubricated, and I think they wore. So our buddy Joe to the rescue one more time. He took those home, cleaned them out, put bushings in, and they are ready to reinstall. All right, it's Tuesday morning. I got a guy back out here today. He brought back both the clutch and the brake arms that our friend Joe fixed up. So let's show you what he did here. He put a brass bushing inside, so a little bit of work. I think he had to ream out these arms, and then he put these in. So what we've got left to do now is right where the zerk goes, we've got to drill that out so the grease can get all the way down in, and this thing will be greased from here on out so it doesn't wear out like it did before. I brought this truck home about 1.5 years ago and left the doors on initially when I pulled it off of the chassis. And I didn't get around to pulling the doors off till about 6 months later, and I didn't film that, but this is what it looked like without the doors. Now it's time to put those doors back on. Okay. Keep coming up. Okay, bring it in. Okay, a little more. Higher. Okay, bring it in. Okay. Alright, now you can pull the lift over so it swings the door open a little more.
One looks like it needs to
I don't know if it will. Okay, we should let this down. I'll hold the door for now, but we can release this. Okay, that's good. Nope, it moves away as we go. Get it all the way out here. It's not.
Okay, good.
As we come in, yep, we're good. We're good. That weather strip is probably be our downfall. I'm not slamming it just yet. Looks like we're okay there.
Yep.
Oh! All right. One down. Wow. We're kind of tight here. So if we want to, we have to take the door panel off and loosen up that hinge so we can slip it that way, but I'm not gonna complain. I think, you know, the bending we did, it looks like it's not bad. It's not bad. Uh-oh. I don't know if it was all the way shut. Yeah, it doesn't pop on its own, but I think that weather stripping is going to take some time to settle in. Good wrench to snug these down so I don't want to move it.
Yeah, that looks better.
It's okay. Okay, good. There we go. I'm going to put one of these in here just to hold it. Just a little. Oh, there you go. You know what? I think I need a washer here too. Looks like it belongs there. That's good. There we go. Still lines up nice, just like we fixed it to do. I say we get our hinges on first, and I don't know how much adjustment. Okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna lift on this thing. I'll let you get that first one lined up. Yeah, there's lots of adjustments for the hinges too. Okay, hold on here. Okay. You get one in each of these to start with. Yep. If we got an extra towel, I'll hold it, it'll be fine. Ready? So make sure we're clearing here. We are. We're just starting to touch on our gasket. I can bend that over.
We can adjust stuff a little bit.
Let's get up under the hood. I want to show you how this ended up. There we go. So all this stuff, when we finally figured out how to do it, fit up really nice. But we had a little problem. We spent over an hour working on this. We couldn't get the hood to set down. It seemed like it wasn't working very well right here. I'm going to show you a few things. Let me show you our downfall. I had all this apart in a bag. I kept all the parts, didn't lose any of that, so that's a good thing. The bad thing is I thought that this nut actually went on the inside here. So we had the nut on the inside, and because of that, this was never allowed to kind of compress and fit down in there. So we finally went over and looked at the parts truck and checked the hood on that, and we could see the nut was above there. So we took it apart, moved the nut up here, and instead of slamming the hood now, let me show you how this closes. Yeah, no slamming. It just sets down nice and easy. Pops up like it should. So I think we're in pretty good shape now with the hood. So what do you think? Does it look like a truck now? We took it off the dollies, started it up, pulled it out here. And we'll do a quick walk around just so we could see how it all fit together. So all that's put together. I threw the mirrors on. Let's keep going here. Got about a quarter tank of gas in it right now, no leaks. So I think we're in pretty good shape. There's a couple of things I'm going to do for the next episode. First thing we're going to do is get seats in. These are the seats out of my parts truck. We threw them in just so that we had a place to sit while we pulled this thing out of the garage. My daughter's working on my bench seat for this, and so that'll be ready by next time. I'll show you that. She's also working on the door handles and the visor that goes up here. They're all going to be done in the same material as the seat, and it's going to look kind of close to what you see on the steering wheel there. So we got the steering wheel on too. Now, some truth confessions here. This thing looks really good on camera. The paint looks great. The paint, it needs a lot of work. We had a lot of runs in the paint and a lot of dry spots. So we're going to have to wet sand and polish the whole thing, take care of all those, but we'll get around to it. And I think the next episode will probably be the last on the build series for this truck, so we'll get those last finishing touches taken care of and we'll take it out for a drive. So I want to thank you for everybody that's been following along on this series, and it's going to be tough just finishing this up. I mean, it's kind of fun to get out and drive it, but it's been a lot of fun working on it. So I thank you for coming along with me on this journey, and hopefully we'll see you next time.